A city crumbles under an ominous, purple-tinged devastation. Our hero faces a grotesque behemoth, its maw wide enough to swallow buildings whole. He soars, a blur of motion, delivering a precise strike against the colossal fiend. The monstrous entity reels back, dwarfing the lone warrior who dared to challenge it. Exhausted but resolute, he takes a moment amidst the wreckage, a strange light pulsing nearby. With a chilling grin, he declares, "Complete garbage disposal," marking his 30-second conquest. Flashback to 2024, the Great Cataclysm unleashed these horrors, leaving humanity outmatched. Soldiers fight a losing battle, their desperate cries for backup swallowed by the chaos. Another nightmarish creature lets out a terrifying roar, its hunger palpable. Undeterred, our protagonist leaps back into the fray, confronting yet another monstrous foe. Splattered but undeterred, his steely eyes confirm the takedown. The third one. He stands defiantly over the fallen creature, a testament to his unmatched skill. Yet a grimace betrays his unease. Everything was fine until now, but suddenly, an uncatalogued titan of a monster looms, shattering all his expectations. He's on the line, voice tight with anger. "You said 33 total. Was that a lie?" The audacious reply from his handler, a demand to be called master. This master, a sharply dressed figure far from danger, casually admits to margin of error. Then a frantic shout cuts through the tension. "Captain, watch out! There's still one left!" And true to the warning, a grotesque, multi-eyed entity emerges from the chaos. His comrade's horrified expression mirrors the shocking impact of the surprise attack. Our hero lies defeated, musing, so the organization's "no freedom for a dog" spiel was true after all. His eye, though bloodied, glares with unbroken spirit, wishing for just one day of genuine liberty. Shattered like glass, his final thought echoes, a desperate yearning to experience life unrestrained. Suddenly, his vision blurs, and two bizarre, cutesy figures dance before him. What is this madness? He reaches out, grasping a toy pig, only to recoil. "Wait, is this tiny hand mine?" The shocking truth hits him like a rogue kaiju. He's been reborn as a baby in a crib. Footsteps approach, and his baby instincts scream, "Who's there?" Old habits die hard. A shadow falls over him. Could it be the organization, even in this new, bewildering life? A stunning woman with fiery red hair leans in, cooing, "Are you awake already, sweetheart? Mommy's here." His battle-hardened mind can only process this with a wide-eyed, utterly dumbfounded "E?" His new mommy watches him in his crib, but his mind races trying to understand this bizarre new reality. She smiles sweetly as the TV flickers on, a stark contrast to the chaos he once knew. Peeking at the screen, he hears normal voices, a world blessedly free of monstrous roars. A mind-blowing realization dawns, Reincarnation, a timeline untouched by the Great Cataclysm and no dreaded organization. A tiny, triumphant smirk forms. This changes everything. His spirit soars with the thought, "I'm free!" Fate, it seems, has given him a do-over. He mentally marks the date, October 31st, 2020, as the dawn of his new unchained existence. But wait, 2020? Horror strikes his infant face. The cataclysm hasn't even happened yet. Despair hits hard. A baby's body is a cruel joke when you're used to toppling titans. Yet the legendary Lord K resurfaces? Impossible for me? Never. The fight's not over, it's just smaller. Lord K, Titan Toppler, now faces his greatest foe, learning to stand as a wobbly baby. His vocal cords are equally uncooperative. Eloquent speeches are reduced to mere gurgles of frustration. Trapped in this tiny, useless form, he fumes. Every helpless second is a second wasted before the cataclysm. He eyes his new mother, reluctantly considering if this woman is his only ticket to preparation. A devilish glint appears in his baby eyes. Forget relying. It's time to strategically utilize his new caretaker. First assessment for Mommy Dearest, agility. She promptly sends boxes tumbling with a startled cry. Next up, skillful hands. Her attempt at crafting results in a rather questionable sculpture. Surely she can cook. The kitchen erupts in flames, and Lord K is utterly appalled by the incompetence. His soot-covered mom cheerfully offers a bottle, oblivious to his internal monologue about the impending doom she's accelerating. Defeated by domestic chaos, he faceplants into the mattress, acknowledging the monumental difficulties ahead. Just as Lord K despairs, his mom cheerfully announces a package delivery, much to his tiny chagrin. She fumbles for the doorknob, suddenly remembering the mundane task of payment. "Mommy," asks the delivery person to wait, while Lord K, from his crib, ponders the word package. He realizes package is a relic of a peaceful past, and a delivery person means contact with the outside world. A horrifying thought strikes Lord K. What if the delivery person is already infected? Panic grips him. He desperately wants to stop her, his baby mind screaming, "No!" as the door creaks open. Through the crack, an ominous, shadowy figure extends a parcel. This is no ordinary delivery. The delivery man is a horrifying, multi-eyed creature, roaring for her to just take the cursed package. Monstrous tendrils erupt, filling the room with chaotic energy as Lord K watches helplessly from his crib. Lord K, though just a baby, seethes with fury, a single tear of frustration escaping as he thinks, "Don't mess with me!" Lord K, trapped in his crib, desperately scans for any makeshift weapon, his baby bottle the only thing in reach. He shoves against the crib bars, frustrated by his infant limitations. Only this. Suddenly, a monstrous red tendril whips dangerously close, a stark warning of the chaos outside. The crib splinters under a brutal impact, sending toys flying as Lord K is violently thrown. He lands, dazed but clutching his bottle, the absurdity of his weapon not lost on him. The shadowy monster unleashes another devastating strike, its power terrifyingly evident. Lord K, bottle in hand, knows with chilling certainty, if I touch that even a little, I'll die. A flashback reveals his past self, a seasoned warrior who understood that flesh and blood stood no chance against such foes. He analyzes the screeching, power-type monster, its skull-like face and chaotic energy a grim spectacle. The creature's brute strength is bad enough, but those head tentacles, even more troublesome for our baby hero. Lord K eyes his dropped bottle, debating a risky move, only for the monster to crush it underfoot. He notes the brute's weakness, strong but clumsy in tight corners, a potential opening. As the creature rampages outside, Lord K, peeking from cover, grimly acknowledges the destructive power. A bead of sweat, a determined glint. The baby strategist is already formulating a counterattack. Suddenly, a familiar bladed tail sprouts from his diaper. Past life powers are unexpectedly manifesting. The tail instinctively lashes out with surprising force, glowing with an intense blue energy, much to Baby K's shock. With a sickening thud, the powerful appendage strikes true, neutralizing the monstrous threat in an instant. The tail then begins to absorb energy from the fallen creature, leaving Lord K utterly bewildered by this new development. Staring at the now dagger-sized tail in his tiny hand, a dawning realization hits him. It's unmistakable. His legendary ability from his past life, the formidable tail of Taoti, is back. Lord K's baby brain short-circuits. A past life skill now? His reincarnation timeline is officially scrambled. He grimaces, utterly baffled by this cosmic joke, exclaiming, "I don't understand anything anymore." Yet, a brilliant realization dawns. The tail of Taoti absorbs monster cores, converting them into his strength. What a stroke of luck. Surrounded by swirling red energy, a devilish smirk plays on his lips as he contemplates testing this newfound power. With a tiny, almost casual gesture, a formidable spike of energy erupts, effortlessly piercing a nearby wooden chest. He remembers the ancient law: the younger the awakening, the mightier the ability. His past S-rank at age 7 suddenly seems quaint. A supremely confident, almost arrogant grin spreads across his baby face. Could he now be the legendary rank SSS? Visions of a grand future flash before him, an era of unparalleled power and dominion, with him at its very center. Deciding his crib-bound days are over, Baby K coolly crawls away, bidding adieu to his humble beginnings. But just as his grand escape plan commences, a sudden wide-eyed freezes him in his tracks. What now? His grand escape hits a snag. Baby K is suddenly utterly paralyzed on the floor. He hears an ominous crack. The very crib he just escaped is now a threat. The massive wooden structure tilts precariously, threatening to crush our pint-sized protagonist. Just in the nick of time, his mother bursts in, her face a mask of terror as she screams his name. A chilling flashback. A sneering figure taunts a desperate soul about surviving on scraps. The memory continues, revealing a younger, battered Lord K demeaned and called a dog of the organization. Even as a baby, the humiliation of that memory cuts deep, his tiny face contorted with defiance. Lord K groggily awakens, the world a blur after his sudden collapse. He finds himself safe in bed, his mother nearby, prompting a rare flicker of gratitude. Analyzing his blackout, he deduces his immense power has a time limit in this tiny vessel, 30 seconds to be exact. Lord K, with fierce baby determination, clenches his fist, resolving, "Damn it, I just have to get stronger." He then notices his mom sniffling over a book, who then playfully asks if he's the one crying. The book, Mom's Diary, reveals a heartfelt entry, "Almost hurt my treasure," making Lord K ponder if he's that treasure. His gaze fixes on a telling bruise blooming on her shoulder, a clear mark from the earlier chaos. Lord K realizes with a jolt she got that bruise protecting him, a far cry from his treacherous past-life mother. A tiny hand reaches out, an uncharacteristic gesture of comfort from our baby overlord towards his tearful new mom. She pulls him into a loving hug, her smile genuine, and Lord K decides, "I'll stay here a bit longer." Yet the clock is ticking. The city skyline looms as a reminder that this world will drastically change in under a week. High above, a lone window washer is oblivious. The next monster is, as Lord K suspects, already right there. And just like that, the unsuspecting workers form twists, blue energy erupting as a new threat emerges. Meanwhile, in the city, a grotesque blue slime monster begins to coalesce, signaling the next wave of terror. Lord K, deep in strategic thought about the future, is abruptly snapped back to reality by his mother calling his name. With a flourish, his mom unveils a mysterious surprise hidden under a red cloth, her excitement palpable. "Ta-da!" she exclaims, revealing a rather smug-looking Shiba Inu in a cage, a gift from the neighbors. Our baby overlord is rendered utterly speechless, a single bead of sweat betraying his shock. He instantly recognizes the canine, Reckon, a notoriously fierce breed, and now, his problem. The dog, now free, looms comically large over baby K, who dryly notes his mother's scatterbrained choice of playmate. But then, a cunning glint appears in Lord K's eyes. Perhaps this oversized furball isn't so bad after all. Visions of a battle-ready mount and monster-fighting companion dance in his head. This dog has potential. A genuine, if calculating smile spreads across baby K's face, a sight his mother happily misinterprets as pure joy. Mom declares the first order of business for their new canine companion. First, let's feed it. Lord K, already scheming, offers a sausage, thinking, "I give it food, which means I'm its master." Reckon, the Shiba, stares back with a comically blank expression, making Lord K question its comprehension. As the dog devours the treat and licks his foot, Lord K internally vows, "This great me will train you splendidly." Suddenly, Reckon's eyes flash a menacing red as it lets out a surprisingly powerful bark. Our tiny strategist is promptly bowled over, finding himself on the floor adorned with fresh paw prints. The Shiba Inu, looking utterly pleased with its display of dominance, gives a satisfied shake. Lord K, now radiating pure baby fury with glowing crimson eyes, internally seethes at this defiant mutt. Meanwhile, his mother observes the chaotic tussle, blissfully concluding, "They've become really good friends." Completely oblivious to the miniature war zone, she then turns to the pantry only to realize, oh, there's no flour. The defiant Shiba Reckon shockingly snatches baby K, asserting its dominance with a playful yet firm bite. Mom, still searching for flour, remains blissfully unaware as a sinister blue slime monster materializes right behind her. The grotesque slime creature grows larger, looming ominously as she continues her pantry quest. Suddenly, Reckon barks ferociously and charges, leaving a stunned Lord K to witness the unfolding chaos. With surprising agility, Reckon leaps, tugging at Mom's clothes, desperately trying to pull her from danger's path. Mom, now comically entangled in her own nightgown, wonders what on earth is happening as Reckon barks furiously. Lord K astutely analyzes the situation. This slime fiend is low on power, but its liquid form makes it a tricky opponent. Disoriented, Mom stumbles right into the gooey menace, while Reckon valiantly tries to fend it off. In a horrifying instant, the slime monster engulfs the brave Shiba, whose surprise is palpable. Lord K grits his teeth, watching the monster transform and recalling its critical weakness: dryness. Lord K, ever the strategist, spots a baby bottle nearby, thinking, there must be something useful I can use. With a grunt of baby effort, he hurls the bottle of powder, declaring, "This is it!" The bottle soars, its powdery contents exploding into a cloud, aimed squarely at the gooey fiend. The powder engulfs the slime, which recoils violently, its form bristling as Reckon is still trapped within. Enraged, the monster unleashes a barrage of liquid spikes, narrowly missing our pint-sized hero. Just as Lord K predicted, the creature shrivels, its moisture rapidly depleting, causing it to panic. Seizing the moment, Lord K grabs a nearby bin, ready to deliver the final blow. With a decisive slam, he traps the weakened slime monster under the bin, proclaiming, "This will be enough." Perched victoriously atop his makeshift prison, Lord K smirks. Humph. As expected from the great me, while Reckon lies dazed but free. Mom finally turns from her flower search, gasping in shock at the chaotic scene before her. Mom and Reckon, both looking utterly dazed and coughing, earn a dry thought from Lord K. Now there's another clumsy one. As his mother laments her luck and declares a need to wash, Lord K, ever composed, observes from his makeshift throne. He muses on the captured slime's potential, insect repellent or even a shatterproof window coating. A lucky catch indeed. Suddenly, a small glistening piece of the slime zips across the floor, catching Lord K completely off guard. Damn it, it got away! Lord K seethes internally as the tiny slime fragment makes a swift escape. But Reckon, ever vigilant, leaps into action with a mighty woof, pouncing towards the fleeing blue blob. It's a showdown, the surprisingly defiant slime fragment versus the fiercely determined Shiba Inu. Lord K watches, still perched on the bin, as Reckon corners the slime, which desperately tries to squirm away. The cheeky slime piece reaches the window, gives a smug thumbs up and slips out, leaving Reckon growling in frustration. With the slime gone, Lord K notes with annoyance its ability to come and go as it pleases through the open window. Lord K glares at the growling Reckon, internally fuming, for a nobody, how insolent, after the slime's escape. No time for grudges. Lord K, umbrella held high, hops onto Reckon, commanding, "Chase it!" as they burst through the door. Out in the sunlit yard, Lord K declares with conviction, "Like I'd let it escape!" Reckon leaps down the stairs, Lord K clinging on, wondering how his insect-repellent slime can actually fly. The unlikely pair dashes through the streets, a blur of baby determination and canine speed. There it is! Lord K spots the slime targeting an innocent girl, already thinking, "I need to throw sand or mud on it quickly." The blue slime fragment drips ominously onto the unsuspecting girl's head, who looks up in bewildered surprise. With a terrifying speed, the slime engulfs the girl, her scream muffled as the creature takes hold. Lord K grimaces, knowing his baby body can't handle his full power, a telltale mark glowing on his back. He realizes with dread that if this monster fully parasitizes the girl, the consequences will be utterly devastating. Lord K, astride Reckon, grimly notes this isn't his first rodeo with such a perilous scene. He scoffs internally. Back in his prime, dispatching such a foe was laughably easy. As the slime fully envelops the girl, Lord K readies his umbrella, a last-ditch weapon. If my power is only good for a moment, he thinks, channeling energy into the umbrella's tip. A brilliant blue beam erupts from the umbrella, striking the gooey monster head-on. With a surge of crimson energy, Lord K declares he'll end this messy business in an instant. The slime shatters into harmless droplets, leaving Lord K to ponder if he made it in time. The rescued girl, now free, stares in utter disbelief at the baby and his heroic Shiba. Before any thanks can be offered, the terrified girl wisely decides to flee the bizarre scene. Well, can't be helped, Lord K muses from Reckon's back, already dreading the cleanup. Suddenly, a strange, glowing tendril emerges from Lord K's back, much to his own surprise. He's astounded. This new body can absorb 2 abilities, a feat impossible in his previous life. Lord K marvels, holding a remnant of the slime power. Incredible. The abilities are really coexisting. He recalls his past life's fatal mistake of sticking to one power, pondering why his tale of Taudi evolved only now. A light bulb moment. Lord K gasps. I see. It's my age. He remembers the harsh truth. Younger adapters wield stronger power, and he first adapted at 10. A grim flashback reveals that all candidates younger than 10 perished, unable to withstand monster toxins. But now, as a baby, Lord K realizes he's an even younger adapted, a wicked grin spreading across his face. His potential for growth is immeasurable, a thrilling prospect for the reincarnated strategist. Snapping back to reality atop Reckon, Lord K blinks. Oh, we're already here? As they arrive home. Lord K, spent from the adventure, ungracefully slides off Reckon's back. He collapses onto the ground, dramatically declaring, "I can't go on. I'm out of strength." Our tiny strategist fumes. His baby body's pathetic stamina is the real enemy here. Face planting, he muses that at least monsters can't reach him now, but a shadow looms. Reckon stands over him, eyes glowing ominously red. What's this dog plotting now? The Sheba grabs Lord K's clothes, prompting a panicked thought. "You're not thinking of eating me, are you?" Meanwhile, Mom emerges, feeling utterly refreshed and blissfully unaware. She glances around, a serene smile playing on her lips, completely missing the prior drama. Reckon, far from menacing, is now affectionately and heavily slobbering all over Lord K on the couch. And just like that, the terrifying beast is out cold, drooling contentedly in dreamland. Lord K, ever the strategist, meticulously applies his captured slime to every entry point, windows, air vents, and even the drain. With his home fortified, he confidently believes this house will withstand the coming great cataclysm, at least for a while. He's also grasping the full potential of his tail, realizing it can now store up to 4 distinct abilities. Currently, he can wield 2 of these powers, but their frustratingly short 30-second duration is a major drawback. Beyond monster-proofing, Lord K ponders the next crucial step to prepare for the impending chaos. Eureka! His eyes widen with the critical realization he needs an arsenal of supplies. He recalls the grim past, not monsters, but starvation from broken supply chains and the desperate scramble for resources was the true killer. Lord K envisions a future where his hoarded supplies not only ensure survival, but also command loyalty, like a tiny diapered kingpin. He glances at a newspaper, its headline hinting at the brewing storm, knowing he must act fast to gather provisions. But a chilling thought strikes him. Supermarkets, the first stop for supplies, will become monster-infested death traps once the infection spreads. Lord K sweats, knowing his tiny form can't handle a supermarket full of monsters. He ponders alternative supply routes when a ringing phone catches his attention. A lifeline? A smartphone, that woman's. Lord K recognizes his mother's device, a potential tool. No password! He decides to snoop through the landlord's group chat for intel. The group chat buzzes with oblivious chatter about a weird virus and monster rumors dismissing the danger. Huh, I guess I'll teach them a lesson. Lord K smirks, his tiny fingers furiously typing to create an account. His ominous warning about the great cataclysm hits the chat, met with immediate disbelief and demands for his profile. Damn it! These guys! Lord K seethes as the chat members dismiss his dire predictions. Just as he despairs for their ignorance, a friend request has arrived notification pops up. Intriguing. Who is it? Lord K wonders, his baby finger poised to accept the mysterious request. Lord K squints at the phone. The sender, Hot, offers supplies and a deal, a name that pricks his memory. No way. He gulps, a shocking realization dawning. Is this that Hot from the organization? Elsewhere, amidst a glowing nexus of computer screens, the enigmatic contact is revealed. Hot herself stretches languidly, phone held aloft, a mischievous heh-heh escaping her lips. Her eyes sparkle with amusement. This is going to get interesting, she muses, relishing the intrigue. Tell me the plan first, you say, she purrs into her phone, finding Lord K quite the troublesome guy. She then presents her grand proposal. I'll give you all the supplies you want. With a decisive tap, the send button is pressed, launching her terms. Her offer is vast, food, water, armor. Whatever, I've got everything, she boasts. Only the information has a price, she states with a smirk. I'll sell it to you for 100 million yen. Hot casually mentions she's got cash stashed in an air conditioner, calling Lord K lucky for her predicament. She then sweetens the deal. Information for a mere 20% cut of his supplies. A tempting offer. Lord K scoffs. That childish tone and outrageous price, definitely. That Hot. No doubt about it. Their chat escalates, Lord K questioning her, Hot playfully daring him. Want to see for yourself? Hot drops a bombshell. The intel is already in his apartment building's mailbox. Meanwhile, Hot smirks, knowing the organization isn't even a thing yet, so her executive status is premature. Lord K knows her game. She's a master manipulator, using information to toy with her targets. Getting along? More like luring me with bait. Lord K grins, ready to flip the script on her. A quick nap later, Lord K glances at the clock. 2 hours passed in a blink. Refreshed and raring to go, our tiny strategist declares his stamina recovered and heads for the intel. Lord K eyes the stairs, opting for stealth over the camera-laden elevator to retrieve his intel. But his baby limbs betray him. Climbing those colossal steps is an impossible feat. His gaze then falls upon the slumbering Reckon, a furry four-legged transport solution. He prods the Shiba. "Hey, wake up, I need your services." Reckon cracks open a single, deeply unimpressed eye, clearly disturbed from its nap. A swift tail strike sends Lord K tumbling. This supposed tamed beast is anything but. Undeterred and nursing his pride, Lord K spies the treat container. Time for Plan B, bribery. The Shiba, surprisingly, has already drifted back to its nap, seemingly oblivious to the recent chaos. Our tiny strategist prepares his secret weapon, a handful of irresistible doggy delights. Deal. Reckon's tail wags furiously for the treats. Lord K smirks. Just a dog after all. Lord K, atop his furry steed Reckon, urges haste. Hurry! That woman's going to wake up! Their mission objective in sight, Lord K directs Reckon towards the apartment building's mailbox. There! He spots the intel drop-off, but also a glaring security camera, its red eye active. A chilling thought. Is that Hot planning to confirm my identity with that camera? If exposed, his information becomes Hot's leverage, yet she rarely engages with complete unknowns. In that case, Lord K grins wickedly, I'll try to throw her off. First order of business, a thorough scan of the surroundings for any of Hot's tricks. Beyond the building's standard surveillance, he detects 3 cleverly hidden cameras. Hot's handiwork, no doubt. You think you'll expose me with that? Lord K scoffs, his confidence unshaken. Elsewhere, Hot smirks, phone in hand, musing, all right, let's see what kind of sucker comes next. Hot smirks as a message from K confirms receipt of the intel. Her smugness shatters into pure shock. Well, what did she say? Frantically checking her monitors, Hot sees only Reckon. When did that happen? The camera footage, there's only a dog. Lord K, cleverly using Reckon as a furry shield, confirms, this place should be a blind spot for all cameras. His master plan unfolds. Hide the smartphone on Reckon and the intel, just a clearance sale flyer. Reckon, the unwitting accomplice, now waits by the stairs, phone presumably stashed. Back safely, Lord K examines the flyer as Hot's voice echoes from the phone. You? Who are you? Lord K flips the script, texting back with her own outrageous demand. I'll tell you if you give me 100 million yen, haha. Hot's face contorts with rage, a chilling grin spreading. You! Slamming her fist, she roars. You're underestimating me, Spider. It's your turn. Scan this entire building. Hot unleashes her secret weapon, a 30 million yen high-tech spider drone, ready to deploy its impressive array of functions. But alas, the expensive gadget meets an untimely demise under a swiftly wielded slipper. 30 million yen! Hot wails, her costly surveillance plan utterly crushed. Just then, a gentle voice asks, Ei-chan, what are you doing? As the apartment's owner appears, spotting Lord K and Reckon. Lord K freezes, a silent, oh crap, echoing in his tiny mind. Busted. Elsewhere, Hot mourns her fallen spider, only to hear the owner's voice through its still active comms. What are you doing? Hot's eyes widen in disbelief. That spider had a call function too? Are you saying you can talk? Recovering quickly, Hot snarls. Hey, don't think you've won just because of that, you hear me? Because I can hear your voice from here. A chilling promise hangs in the air. I'll take my time getting revenge on you. Hot's grin turns maniacal as she declares, I can even expose all your messages and your dark past all over the internet. Hot, completely rattled, desperately prods through her headset. Say something, will you? Her threats fall on deaf ears. Hot comically frets about the owner catching a cold instead. Frustration boils over as Hot fails to ID her tormentor, crying out, Who the hell is it? Busted. The owner appears, holding Lord K, calmly asking, Oh, Ei-chan, dangerous out here, isn't it? As the spider drone lies defeated. Lord K, still cradled, sees Hot's surrender message. Free intel and supplies. She's totally caved. He can't help but wonder, amidst the owner's gentle cooing, seriously, what was all that drama about? Peace returns as the unsuspecting owner enjoys the balcony view. utterly unaware of the preceding chaos. Lord K smugly figures the owner bought his sleepy baby act, blaming Reckon for the open door. Reckon's on the naughty list and tied up, but Lord K promises future aid to his furry, if unreliable, steed. Hot's intel points to a new supermarket. Lord K notes her generosity with likely stolen goods, plotting his next supply run. Lord K notes the owner hasn't seen his carefully placed flyer. Drastic measures are needed. He can't just blurt out apocalypse, so a subtle nudge is in order for the oblivious woman. The owner frets over dwindling milk supplies, unaware her tiny charge is all ears. A glint in Lord K's eye. Her predicament is his golden opportunity. Feigning sleep, Lord K listens as the owner, after a slight mishap, is relieved he's still napping. Success! The owner finally spots the supermarket flyer, a curious escaping her lips. She muses about the new store, deciding to visit, while Lord K internally cheers. Mission accomplished. Now bundled in a stroller, Lord K endures an outing, the owner blissfully enjoying the nice weather. Lord K silently fumes over his frilly, unmanly attire, while the owner beams, utterly clueless. Meanwhile, Reckon stands guard at home, a mountain of dog food his only company. Their outing is cut short as a stern-faced guard halts the owner, shouting, "Wait!" He warns of a spreading infectious disease, urging her to stay home, but she insists on buying powdered milk. Lord K, unimpressed, internally scoffs at the government worker, knowing societal collapse is imminent. The guard, merely following orders, advises a swift return home for their safety. Just as he speaks of things settling down, an electrifying presence interrupts his sentence with a jolt. Terror strikes as a monstrous, blue-glowing beast materializes right behind the unsuspecting guard. In a horrifying instant, the man cries out as the creature makes its move. The owner and Lord K watch in stunned silence as the grim scene unfolds before them. The terrifying monster, with a gaping maw full of sharp teeth, chillingly mutters about needing protein. Lord K quickly assesses the formidable foe. A strong, regenerative type with no apparent weaknesses. This is bad. Lord K realizes if he doesn't use his power, both he and the oblivious owner are done for. With the owner grabbing him, he knows there's absolutely no time to hesitate. "A-chan, hold on tight," she yells, bolting, as Lord K internally scoffs. Is this woman actually planning to outrun that? He knows it's useless even if she sprints. This monster is in a different league. The creature is terrifyingly fast, far beyond human capability, closing the distance in an instant. A glimmer of hope, Lord K spots a fire extinguisher mounted on a nearby wall. His eyes gleam with sudden resolve. If he can just break that thing open. With a decisive mental push, a cloud of white powder erupts, engulfing the area. The monster, momentarily confused by the sudden smoke screen, lets out a surprised sound. Seizing the opening, Lord K unleashes a powerful, unseen force straight at the beast. The unseen psychic blast sends the monster skidding, but it's far from over. Emerging from the impact, the beast roars, unfazed by Lord K's initial assault. Lord K, glowing with power, calculates he has a mere 30 seconds before the smokescreen clears. With fiery determination in his eyes, he vows to end this fight within that tight window. His only concern now, can he defeat this thing before the owner wakes up and sees his true power? He supports the unconscious owner, knowing time is critical and her safety paramount. Lord K recalls vital intel. This type of monster has a core in its head. A single, precise strike is all it takes. But as the dust begins to settle, a massive, unharmed leg steps forward, shattering his momentary confidence. The creature stands tall, completely unscathed by the attack, its terrifying presence looming large. Lord K grits his tiny teeth. "Tch, fine, I'll finish it with the next blow then." The beast's glowing maw promises a world of hurt, its power undeniable. It roars its intent. This time, no shortcuts, as it prepares a devastating strike. Lord K's eyes narrow. He knows this next attack is the real deal, exclaiming, "It's coming!" The creature unleashes a ferocious, swirling energy vortex, aiming to obliterate them both. "Go!" Lord K counters, thrusting his tiny hand forward, unleashing his own concentrated psychic barrage. His crimson energy lances out, striking the monster multiple times with focused power. The sheer force of the clash sends Lord K skidding back, but his eyes blaze with unwavering resolve. Tsk! Did I miss by a hair? Lord K notes the monster's leg is clearly damaged, but declares, "The one who's going to win is..." "This great me!" Lord K finishes with a supremely confident, almost maniacal grin. He launches himself forward again, a tiny, glowing projectile of pure, unadulterated willpower. Lord K, a pint-sized powerhouse, unleashes a flurry of crimson strikes against the towering beast. His psychic blows rain down, peppering the monster's massive frame with pinpoint accuracy. Lord K internally notes, with that giant body, aiming at a baby should be difficult for it. The beast counters with a sweeping arm, a blur of motion aimed to flatten our hero. Looks like it can't use its full strength, Lord K observes, dodging with surprising agility. The monster's attack smashes the ground, Lord K narrowly evading. It's like it's chasing a mouse. He reflects, to think that the experience I've built up until now would be useful even in this form. Lord K smirks, sensing the monster's power has greatly reduced. One more hit. Suddenly the monster hesitates, a flicker of confusion crossing its grotesque face. But the beast quickly recovers, unleashing a powerful swipe that sends Lord K tumbling through the air. Lord K, caught off guard, exclaims, "What?" as he's sent flying by the monster's unexpected counter. The beast, amidst the rubble, growls, "Damn it," clearly irritated by the persistent little hero. Lord K, recovering, realizes a direct assault is now impossible, and he needs a new plan, fast. With options dwindling and time running out, Lord K knows his only choice is a strategic retreat. Just as he considers his escape, the owner groggily calls out, Achan? She's awake." The owner, now fully alert, frantically scans the chaotic scene, desperately searching for her baby. Emerging from the dust, the owner stands resolute, facing the towering, monstrous threat head-on. Her eyes widen in horrified disbelief as she fully comprehends the scale of the creature before her. Lord K internally panics. "Hey, what do you think you're doing? There's no way you can take on that thing." Undeterred, the owner, radiating a fierce energy, charges the beast, yelling, "Give Achan back to me!" Lord K is utterly flabbergasted. The owner's weapon of choice is a taser gun. He sighs, well, whatever, clearly unimpressed by her attempt at monster slaying. The taser fires a pathetic puff of smoke, but Lord K thinks, with its attention diverted, now's my chance. She bravely fires at the colossal beast, letting out a shriek as it looms over her. Lord K, wreathed in crimson power, rockets towards the distracted monster. With a grimace of pure focus, he internally declares, "Garbage disposal, commence!" The monster, mid-attack, suddenly looks up, utterly bewildered by a new threat. A devastating barrage of crimson psychic energy slams into the beast from above. The monster reels from the direct hit to its head, its form contorting from the impact. Lord K lands near the fallen owner, musing, "To think you'd risk your life to save me. It would have been dangerous if you weren't here." Lord K, cradled by his owner, internally grumbles, "Clearly there's still much training to be done, for her." He opens his eyes, a look of utter disdain plastered across his baby face. Suddenly, unfamiliar hands are changing his diaper, a voice cooing, "Oh, you're awake?" Lord K glares up at a strange man with unsettlingly familiar red eyes, thinking, "Who in the blazes is this interloper?" With a well-aimed spit-up, Lord K delivers his verdict, "Unhand me, you fiend." The owner rushes over, flustered and apologetic. "Oh, I'm so sorry about that." The man, wiping baby projectile off his face, chuckles, "No worries, I must have startled her." As the adults converse, Lord K eyes the newcomer suspiciously. Could this be the dog's previous master? While being strapped into a baby seat, Lord K overhears the man praise his caretaking skills, much to the owner's modest denial. Lord K ponders, this man saw the monster, so why is he acting like it was just another Tuesday? Lord K, ever the keen observer, raises an eyebrow at the owner's suspiciously damp hair. He connects the dots. She'd been hiding her tears after the harrowing monster encounter. The mysterious man announces a supply run. "Ms. Hayashi, time to stock up," and she readily agrees. "Cooperating to hoard supplies? A surprisingly sound strategy," Lord K internally concedes with a smirk. Suddenly, a vital mission flashes in his mind. "Blast it, I still need that monster's crystal core." His sharp eyes scan the devastation, spotting the glowing core amidst the wreckage of a crushed vehicle. With a flick of his psychic tail, Lord K deftly extracts the pulsating red crystal from the ground. He senses a new power, wondering, has that creature's hardening trait now become part of my blood vessels? A quick test confirms its utility. The crystal forms a shield, and Lord K chuckles, "Not bad, I can use this." His moment of triumph is interrupted as he whips his head around. "What was that you just said?" Lord K eavesdrops as the mysterious man callously discusses the owner and Achon being burdens. The man smirks, revealing his chilling logic. Burdens are precisely why they're being brought along. His sinister plan? In an emergency, they'll serve as bait. Lord K is utterly horrified by this guy's ruthlessness. The man, flashing a wallet, then plots to grab another car and hoard even more supplies, a true opportunist. A metallic clang echoes as Lord K fumbles the crystal, instantly alerting the dangerous newcomer. Damn it, the crystal! Lord K internally fumes, his precious prize now dangerously close to being discovered. The man turns, a predatory glint in his eyes. Oh? Kid. So it was you making that noise. He crouches, feigning concern while patting Lord K's head. How did you get all the way out here, little one? The man's internal monologue is far less kind. He's just a baby. If I deal with him myself, it's no problem. Lord K's eyes widen in disbelief. Excuse me, this guy is completely unhinged. Back in the car, Lord K scoffs as his owner gently pats his cheek, completely oblivious to his disdain. The suspicious man takes the wheel, announcing their departure, much to Lord K's internal skepticism. Lord K seethes, if I could just use my powers, I'd make quick work of this two-faced charlatan. As the man offers snacks, Lord K internally screams, Are you nuts? Haven't you seen the monster footage? The man casually announces he's heading out, flashing a smug OK sign as he exits the vehicle. Their red car speeds away, leaving the white van and the man behind at a depot. Lord K, ever the pragmatist, concedes, well, I suppose his ruthlessness is a twisted form of self-preservation. Cruising through the desolate city, Lord K muses on humanity's struggle to accept this new, monstrous reality. As they pass a grim scene, he notes the only option left for many is to feign normalcy amidst the chaos. Amidst the grim drive, a voice pipes up from the back. Can I have a sandwich? Oblivious to the tension. Ms. Hayashi, ever the doting owner, offers a sandwich, oblivious to Lord K's current nasal excavation. From the front, Den Sora, resident of room 103, pipes up with a hopeful request for a hot dog. The owner presents the box of triangular sandwiches to Lord K, who seems utterly unimpressed. Suddenly, a wicked grin spreads across Lord K's face. Is he plotting something with these snacks? As Ms. Hayashi hands a sandwich to Den Sora, he casually inquires if managing alone with her son is tough. Liu Kexian from room 104 adds her 2 cents, noting Ms. Hayashi's youth and the perils of venturing out. Ms. Hayashi sighs, admitting Lord K's tendency for mischief when left unsupervised forced her hand. The driver, Chen Shi, coolly declares Ms. Hayashi will be joining their combat team, sandwich in hand. He then credits Ms. Hayashi's taser for the monster takedown, adding the dog as another asset while munching away. Flustered, Ms. Hayashi claims a hazy memory of events, prompting Lord K to silently doubt her fighting prowess. Chen Shi, mid-sandwich, casually dismisses the monster threat. Should be fine, no monsters anyway. His confident smirk vanishes as his eyes bulge, famous last words indeed. Through the windshield, they spot a lone woman desperately pushing a cart across the desolate street. Disaster strikes. A monstrous green hand lunges for the terrified woman as debris rains down. A terrifying swarm of grotesque humanoid creatures surges forward, ready to pounce. The woman's face contorts in a silent scream of pure, unadulterated terror. Inside the van, every passenger, including a stoic Lord K, stares in wide-eyed shock. Chensha snaps into action, gripping the wheel and roaring, "Hold on tight!" The van lurches forward, tires screeching as it accelerates hard to escape the sudden chaos. With skillful maneuvering, Chenshu swerves, narrowly avoiding a collision with a stalled truck amidst the mayhem. As Lord K barks furiously, the woman outside is overwhelmed by grotesque, insect-like figures. Inside, Ms. Hayashi clutches her side, groaning about the hectic day, while Lord K looks on, ever the stoic baby. Lord K's sharp eyes confirm his grim assessment. I'm surrounded, as more shadowy figures close in on their vehicle. He recognizes the telltale signs. These aren't just random monsters, but artificial humans crafted by an insect tamer. The intel reveals the true nature of their foe, a parasite-type monster turning humans into its puppets, weak alone but terrifying in swarms. With their numbers swelling, Lord K knows their only chance is a swift escape. It's better to run right now. Chen Shi, gripping the wheel, curses their predicament. Damn it! Surrounded! As the creatures converge. One creature lunges, its hand alarmingly close to the windshield, threatening to breach their only defense. Lord K internally strategizes, realizing he needs a clear shot. This great me can't make a move unless I drive these things away. He weighs his options. His powerful ability has a strict 30-second limit. Using it all now would be a massive gamble. Inside the vehicle, Chen-Shi desperately scans his passengers. Isn't there anyone who could serve as combat power? Liu Kexian screams as the woman outside is swarmed, her desperate "help" echoing their own fears. "What are you doing standing there in the clouds?" Liu Kexian demands. "We all have to save that girl." Lord K narrows his eyes, internally scoffing at her sudden heroism. "We all, you say?" Densora fires back with sarcasm. "Do you mean everyone but me should go save her?" Lord K internally fumes. "Opportunistic people like this are just a burden." Liu Kexian, cornered, snaps. "She doesn't seem useful in a fight, so just get lost already." The older man in the front seat gravely interjects, "No." It's already too late, as Liu Kexian looks on, puzzled. He points out the grim truth. On that girl's neck, there's already the same wound as the monster's. Chen-Shi internally praises the old man's sharp eyes, deeming him too old for fighting but useful for supply runs. Chen-Shi, ever the strategist, coolly asks the old man, "So, should we charge in?" He then muses, "Better to defeat the monsters first, before they annihilate us all." A grim calculation in his eyes. Lord K, ever suspicious, glares. "This guy, is he planning to get us all killed here?" Chen-Shi smirks, internally dismissing someone as unreliable. "Not dependable in a crisis, just like that truck driver." Suddenly, Densora, the quiet guy, brandishes a pillow-like weapon, yelling, "I'll go," surprising everyone. His bravado quickly deflates into a sweaty panic. I just have to beat them. I'm not afraid." As a giant question mark mocks his resolve. Lord K, the only one with a plan, probably, sweats bullets. "Calm down. There's got to be a good method." Liu Kexian, not to be outdone, declares, "Wait, I'll get a weapon too," as Densora looks on, bewildered. Densora, seeing an out, sheepishly asks the ladies, "Then, is it okay if I don't go?" as Lord K judges silently. As Densora tries to pass the buck to Liu Kexian, a dark stain abruptly appears on his chest. Troubles found him first. Densora stares in disbelief as a sharp, dark object suddenly impales his chest, Liu Kexian gasping, "Eh!" His eyes widen in terror, the reality of his grave injury sinking in as Liu Kexian looks on, horrified. Before anyone can react, Densora is violently ripped from the van, sent flying by an unseen assailant. Liu Kexian screams, cowering as monstrous claws dig into her seat, the attacker now inside the vehicle. The true horror reveals itself. A grotesque, multi-eyed female monster, its form unsettlingly humanoid. Liu Kexian lets out a shriek as the monster's appendage strikes her shoulder with brutal force. A chilling, sibilant laugh, shi, echoes from the monstrous creature, relishing the chaos. Ms. Hayashi, clutching Lord K, identifies the terrifying creature. "So this is the main body." Lord K glares, internally seething. "Where the hell were you hiding until now, you little punk?" With grim determination, Lord K considers his options. Do I have no choice but to do it here? Lord K, ever the astute observer, yelps, "This is bad," as a monstrous tentacle whips towards a terrified Ms. Hayashi. Ms. Hayashi shields the baby tactician, her eyes wide with fear as the appendage zeroes in for a strike. Just in the nick of time, the quiet older man intercepts, delivering a shocking counterattack to the creature's back. "Are you the boss of the monsters?" he demands, unfazed by the splatter, leaving Lord K utterly speechless. Turns out Grandpa packed more than just snacks, driving a sharp object deep into the monster's form. His determined hand clenches the makeshift weapon, proving age is no barrier to badassery. The old warrior rains down blows, showing the multi-eyed horror what real ferocity looks like. Lord K's jaw practically hits the floor. "This old man, what is he?" His tiny mind blown. "Did he do it with his bare hands?" Lord K internally screams, underestimating the power of a grandpa pushed too far. With one final, decisive strike, the old man silences the main creature, ending its reign of terror inside the van. The old man, splattered but stoic, proves he's more than just a passenger. With a makeshift weapon and surprising strength, he delivers a decisive blow to the creature. He stands victorious over the fallen monster, the immediate threat neutralized. Catching his breath, the elderly hero sighs. "I've gotten old too." a testament to the effort. Lord K is absolutely thrilled. That's an incredible combat force, as Ms. Hayashi mutters a warning to any remaining foes. But the baby tactician's face darkens, realizing with dread, this still isn't over, as the monster lies outside. Lord K eyes the exhausted old man. I don't know who this old man is, but his respect is clear. His sharp intellect kicks in, but just aiming for the heart won't be enough to kill that thing. As if on cue, the supposedly vanquished monster begins to stir, its grotesque form twitching back to unlife. Lord K grits his tiny teeth. Tch! If we can't talk it out, I have no choice but to do this. Preparing for his own intervention. Lord K lets out a terrified wail, completely overwhelmed as Ms. Hayashi shields him from the grim scene. The monster shockingly rises again, its chest wound gaping as it confronts the equally surprised old man. Before the old warrior can react, the creature retaliates, piercing him with a swift, sharp appendage. The old man grimaces, a bead of sweat tracing his temple as he recalls, Special Combat Division taught me, a heart shot isn't enough for this type. Lord K, amidst his terror, processes the old man's past. Special Combat Division. So that's his background. Undeterred by his wound, the old man lets out a defiant, steeling himself for the next exchange. With renewed vigor, the veteran fighter unleashes a devastating strike directly at the monster's head. The old man, observing the still-standing creature, coolly deduces, it truly won't go down easily. In that case, the monster, enraged, unleashes a flurry of attacks, its appendages screaming, "Crush you!" as it lunges for the old man. Lord K, witnessing the rapid exchange, marvels internally. Such refined battle knowledge. His decision-making is incredibly quick. Chen Shi, surveying the aftermath, has a chilling realization. That old man was military. He recalls whispers from his past life about the formidable, supposedly defunct military. A flashback reveals the military became the primary monster-fighting force post-government collapse and were once his organization's foes. Within their ranks, the elite Special Combat Division, products of intense training, formed the core. Lord K, ever optimistic, cheekily declares, "We can finally go to the supermarket now." The old man wisely suggests pressing onward, while Lord K internally plots how to recruit this powerhouse. Our tiny tactician devilishly considers his options: fake orders, blackmail, or just plain clinging for protection. Mid-scheme, a hand descends, ruffling Lord K's hair and snapping him out of his Machiavellian thoughts. The old warrior kindly tells Ms. Hayashi to keep the child close, offering his protection. Ms. Hayashi stammers her agreement, while the old man humbly downplays his capabilities, much to Lord K's stoic observation. Ms. Hayashi expresses her gratitude, but the old man credits Lord K's timely cry for his own survival. The old warrior drops some wisdom about foolishness and profit, earning a sharp, "Who are you calling foolish?" from our tiny tactician. Lord K, ever pragmatic, decides to just roll with it, muttering that the old man's personality will be his undoing. Arriving at their destination, Chen Shi notes the closed gate, pondering if it's an unscheduled holiday. Ms. Hayashi consults an advertisement, confused because it clearly states the place should be open. Lord K, with his usual insight, suspects Hot, the master hacker, remotely secured the entrance. Just then, with a mechanical whir, the formidable gate begins to slide open. The old man flashes a knowing smile and his phone, casually mentioning a friend helped open it. Lord K's internal alarms blare, a sudden suspicion dawning on his tiny, brilliant mind. A text from Hot on the old man's phone confirms she opened the gate, leaving Lord K utterly flabbergasted. "This geezer knows Hot?" Lord K's tiny jaw drops again. This old geezer is connected to the master hacker, Hot. Inside the supermarket, a weary Lord K resigns himself to the chaos, plopped in a shopping cart. Ms. Hayashi pushes the cart through the massive, deserted store, the dog trotting alongside as they follow the old man. Our baby tactician quickly assesses the situation. No cameras, perfect for some off-the-books shopping. Lord K then spots the old man, not just with snacks, but a suspiciously large, heavy-looking case. "Did he pack an entire armory?" The case, sleek and professional, screams Special Combat Division surplus, confirming the old man's elite past. Suddenly, Lord K realizes their mysterious protector has vanished into the aisles. "Where'd Grandpa Rambo go?" Ms. Hayashi voices her concern. "No staff around. Like, how are we supposed to pay for all this?" Just then, Chen Shi reappears with a confident clap and a knowing grin. No worries at all. He grandly announces, everything in this store has already been bought and paid for by our organization. But Chen Shi silences the barking dog, his friendly demeanor vanishing as he addresses the group. He reveals a sinister tattoo, coldly stating their usefulness in gaining entry has now expired. Lord K's eyes widen in dawning horror, recognizing the lotus mark. Is he part of the organization? Our tiny tactician's face hardens, a steely resolve replacing his earlier shock. Chen Shi, eyes glowing menacingly, declares all supplies now belong to the East Lotus Society. He issues a chilling warning, hand hovering near his weapon. No objections, right? Especially you, old man. Lord K connects the dots. East Lotus Society, forerunners of the organization, enforcers of the dreaded hunting project. A grim flashback reveals these thugs were stockpiling resources even before the world fell apart. Lord K grits his teeth. That explains my bad feeling. His smug tone is just like him. Fueled by past grievances, Lord K glares. Known enemy or not, you're dead. The old man sweats, realizing they've been surrounded, while Ms. Hayashi gasps, They tricked us! East Lotus Society, huh? The old man mutters, gripping a shovel. In that case. With a fierce cry, he swings the shovel. I must take out the boss first. Chen Shi dodges, the shovel smashing into the shelving behind him with a mighty impact. You bastard! You want to die? Chen Shi roars, sparks flying from the damaged shelf. The old warrior, eyes narrowed, urgently yells, Everyone run! Heavy shelving units crash down, creating a massive cloud of dust and debris. Amidst the chaos, Chen Shi stands unfazed, a smirk playing on his lips. Why is that guy so calm? The old man glares, a bead of sweat forming as he thinks. This is bad, while Chen Shi just smiles. Chen Shi coolly presses a button on a small remote, a sinister click echoing. Chen Shi's remote triggers a cascade of heavy boxes, hurtling towards the old man. The old warrior's eyes widen in disbelief. A trap within a trap! A massive tire careens through the chaos, narrowly missing the tumbling old man. Dazed and surrounded by dust, the old man struggles to rise, the situation dire. Before he can recover, the cold barrel of a gun presses against his temple. Chen Shi smirks. Can't let an army veteran like you escape. Move and you're done. The distinct sound of a gun cocking punctuates Chen Shi's threat. Suddenly, a desperate "don't move" rings out as a hand slams down on a control panel. Ms. Hayashi, surprisingly armed, aims steadily at Chen Shi, demanding, Why are you doing this? Chen Shi, utterly unfazed, retorts with a condescending smirk, You're seriously asking that? Ms. Hayashi, eyes blazing, challenges Chen Shi. I am serious. If I shoot, are you still going to claim you're innocent? Chen Shi, gun still on the old man, coolly suggests, We could all share these supplies, right? As the old man despairs. A chillingly close-up smirk from Chen Shi. Heh! You're a funny one. The dog growls fiercely as Chen Shi dismisses Ms. Hayashi. You're too stupid to talk to. Don't act like you're in charge. Chen Shi begins a flashback. Want to know why I even left the dog with you? That day when I went to collect money, the owner was already dead. Flashback Chen Shi, cigarette dangling, muses. So he's dead, huh? Guess I've got no one to play with today. His sinister smile returns in the flashback. Just as I was about to get rid of the dog, I met you. The flashback shows Chen Shi with the caged dog. Reckon looks like I'll be your opponent. Ms. Hayashi's past delight, wow, a puppy, contrasts sharply with Chen Shi's unsettling, wide-eyed grin. Chen Shi's calculating gaze in the flashback reveals his thoughts. A baby. And a dog. Pawns in his game. Flashback Chen Shi's chilling grin widens. Leaving the dog with Ms. Hayashi was a calculated, nice move. Chen Shi mocks Ms. Hayashi's kindness. Amazing you survived with a baby and a strange dog, really. Lord K, witnessing this cruelty, seethes with silent, baby-sized rage. Back in the present, Chen Shi ignites a flare, dramatically stating, and these supplies, definitely not for sharing. With a flick of his wrist, Chen Shi fires the flare skyward, a signal for his reinforcements. Suddenly, Chen Shi's grim-faced cronies emerge from the shadows, ready for action. An overhead view reveals they're completely surrounded, goons appearing on every level. Chen Shi, flanked by armed thugs, sneers, You just don't get it, do you? Weaklings like you. I deserve what's coming, Chen Shi finishes, as Lord K's eyes narrow at the familiar taunt. A horrifying flashback reveals a captive forced into desperate measures, the tormentor's cruel laughter echoing. Just as Chen Shi boasts, Reckon the dog suddenly yelps and collapses to the ground. An overhead shot reveals Chen Shi's goons had their guns trained on the loyal canine all along. But from his shopping cart, Lord K yells, "Now!" unleashing a surprising burst of blue energy. The energy erupts in a blinding flash, engulfing the area in an instant. Plunged into darkness, Chen Shi's goons cry out in confusion, unable to see a thing. "Damn it!" Chen Shi curses, while Lord K, now glowing with a fierce red aura, prepares his next move. The tiny tactician, radiating power, launches himself forward with unexpected speed. Lord K soars through the air, a red comet of fury, right past a stunned Chen Shi. Chen Shi, recovering quickly, aims his weapon, the click of the gun echoing in the chaos. But Lord K is faster, landing a solid blow that sends Chen Shi and a nearby thug flying. The old man and Ms. Hayashi stare, utterly dumbfounded by the baby's incredible power surge. Lord K panics internally. "I've been seen," as the old veteran's sharp eyes lock onto him. "This is bad," Lord K thinks, fearing the military might mistake his extraordinary abilities for something monstrous. His deepest fear surfaces. If they discover a compatible baby, he'll become a research subject. Suddenly, a shot rings out, the glitched visual hinting at a new, unseen threat in the darkness. The old man, illuminated by a strange glow, wonders aloud in his mind, "Is that kid a monster?" With surprising agility, the veteran dodges as Lord K tumbles, both caught in a disorienting, stylized blur. The old man, now holding a flashlight, confirms his suspicion. As expected, he's suspicious. A bright flashlight beam cuts through the darkness, directly targeting the glowing Lord K. Lord K, perched above, hesitates to act against the old man, who seems to be observing him intently. Lord K, annoyed by the old man's scrutiny, mutters, "Tsk! In that case, I'll take out the old man first." Suddenly, a strange sound puts everyone on high alert. Lord K, the old man, Ms. Hayashi, and even Reckon are startled. A mysterious glowing blue blob materializes, prompting a panicked cry. "A monster?" Chen Shi's goons, illuminated by a flashlight, stare bewildered at the strange apparition, one asking, "What's that? Slime?" Lord K, hidden nearby, observes with a cunning glint, "That voice." Their attention is on the monster. A sly, almost sinister grin spreads across Lord K's face as he thinks, "Lucky me." Seizing the opportunity, Lord K, still in his shopping cart, subtly maneuvers, ready to make his escape. One of Chen Shi's goons, completely distracted, turns his back to investigate the bizarre slime creature. The old man's eyes widen in shock, a sharp exclamation mark emphasizing his surprise at a new development. The blue slime creature has morphed, taking on the exact appearance of the old man, who gasps, Did it transform into me?" The old man stares down his glowing, slime-forged twin, who lunges with electrifying intent. This gooey copycat immediately throws Chen Shi's goons into a panic, attacking with wild abandon. The real veteran watches the chaos unfold, a grim understanding dawning on his face. "So the monster's a cloner," he deduces, already unimpressed by this shape-shifting headache. He glares as his glowing counterpart approaches, warning it, "Don't even try it!" But the slime has other plans, now morphing into Ms. Hayashi, shocking everyone present. Lord K seizes the moment, feigning baby tears, thinking, "Perfect, my secret identity is safe." With a dramatic wail, he calls out, "Old man, help!" playing the helpless infant to a T. The slime, now a mini Lord K, reaches out, and our tiny strategist notes its surprisingly soft touch. Suddenly, the slime reverts to the old man's form and lands a decisive blow on the original. The old man, though struck, glares defiantly as his slime doppelganger wields a heavy case like a club. Wham! The slime veteran slams the case into the real old man, sending him reeling. Down but not out, the veteran muses. Cutting its head won't work. A slime doesn't even have one. As the glowing slime twin stares blankly, the old man grimaces. Ha! This is gonna be a pain. With a thud, the veteran's heavy case hits the floor, its contents a mystery no more. The case springs open, revealing an arsenal as the old man confirms, "This thing is a monster similar to a slime." While the slime Hayashi approaches, Lord K internally strategizes, "Its weakness is," as the real Ms. Hayashi cries, "Don't come near." A sudden, brilliant flash erupts as Lord K's thought concludes, "It's weak to electricity." Ms. Hayashi, quick on the uptake, zaps the slime clone with a device proving its vulnerability to electricity and dryness. Lord K then unleashes a massive icy attack from his cart, thinking, and to excessive attacks too, as the slime veteran is engulfed. The slime veteran shatters under the icy onslaught, but Chen Shi, ever the party pooper, unloads his gun, annoyed it's still kicking. Now a generic blue menace, the slime lunges for Ms. Hayashi as Lord K, the tiny mastermind, observes from his cart. Ms. Hayashi gets a shocking surprise as the slime zaps her, while Lord K internally praises the old man's earlier electric insight. Lord K smugly thinks his secret's safe, but the veteran's sharp sidelong glance suggests he's not fooling everyone. "Still alive?" the old man exclaims, as fragmented slime blobs prove this party crasher has serious staying power. Lord K coolly notes the veteran's previous beatdown clearly left a mark on their gooey adversary. Chen Shi, battered but unbowed, crawls with grim resolve, swearing the slippery fiend won't get away. "What is this thing?" Lord K seethes, a dangerous glint in his eyes. "I'll finish it, no doubt." As the old man clubs the reforming slime, Lord K faces a dilemma: unleash his power and expose himself, or watch the chaos. Suddenly, Ms. Hayashi yelps, tumbling amidst the mayhem, catching Lord K completely off guard. Just as Ms. Hayashi tumbles, a new voice declares their shocking intention. "I'm taking the kid." Chen Shi, looking worse for wear, reappears with Lord K as a pint-sized hostage, gun menacingly drawn. Our baby mastermind smirks internally. This hostage drama is playing right into his tiny, scheming hands. The desperate captor screams his demands again, threatening to harm the seemingly helpless infant. The veteran and Ms. Hayashi watch grimly, the old man's expression unreadable but clearly calculating their next move. However, the old man has a slimy trick up his sleeve, stomping to summon the reforming goo right under Chen Shi's nose. As the slime engulfs one goon, another frantically pulls the pin on a grenade, questioning the bizarre entity. The goon's desperate gambit unleashes a massive explosion, throwing the entire area into fiery chaos. Lord K, ever cool under pressure, spots a prize in the smoke, a first-grade crystal core, and deftly secures his new treasure. Chen Shi, panting and utterly oblivious, flees with Lord K, who's now secretly packing even more formidable power. Chen Shi, still on the run, seethes at the persistent slime apparition haunting his escape. Just when he thought he was clear, a fresh posse of armed goons casually awaits their boss. Lord K, ever the strategist, grimaces internally. More of them? This is getting tedious. Chen Shi, looking utterly frazzled while clutching his tiny hostage, admits to his crew, "Yeah, unexpected complications arose." Barking orders, Chen Shi frantically tells his underlings, "Get the car ready, we're leaving, now!" Suddenly, a lie tattoo on Chen Shi's neck catches someone's eye, sparking a shocking connection. A dapper, more sinister figure with a familiar marking flashes in Lord K's mind. The real puppet master? The memory sharpens. A masked man, the word lie a chilling brand on his neck, just like Chen Shi's. Lord K's eyes widen in horrified recognition. He knows that face, and the implications are staggering. Chen Shi, completely oblivious to the baby's epiphany, dangles Lord K. "What's with the death glare, kid?" Chen Shi stares, utterly bewildered, as a strange red energy envelops his fallen goons. Lord K, with grim recognition, internally identifies the ominous phenomenon. That's crimson dust. Our pint-sized strategist knows this dust is incredibly hazardous, especially to humans caught within its reach. He recalls the dire consequences. Contact means either immediate demise or a terrifying transformation into a monster. True to his knowledge, one of the goons mutates before their eyes, becoming a grotesque creature that attacks humans. The newly formed red-skinned monster with flowing hair lunges with savage intent. Chen Shi, still clutching Lord K, yells, "Damn it!" as the monstrous ex-goon charges them. In a desperate, cowardly act, Chen Shi hurls Lord K towards the beast, screaming, "You be the shield!" Lord K, sailing through the air, thinks with disdain, "So I'm the bait, huh? Don't underestimate me!" As Chen Shi flees. With a glint in his eye, Lord K vows, "If that's how it's gonna be, I'll show you my true power." As dark energy begins to swirl, Lord K grips the first-grade crystal core, its crimson light pulsing with immense raw energy. Dark power swirls into a chaotic vortex, our baby strategist at its epicenter, a knowing smirk on his face. His form flickers and shifts, shadowy tendrils and a more mature visage signaling a dramatic transformation. Emerging as a formidable figure, Lord K announces, "This is my true power now," as dark and blue energies flare. With eyes blazing determination, he vows, "I'm gonna let loose." The kid gloves are off. The red-skinned monster attacks, but now faces a transformed Lord K, complete with ominous, shadowy limbs. "Dark Shadow!" Lord K counters, his newly manifested power effortlessly deflecting the creature's charge. He muses on his upgrade. The crystal cores combined, this new technique feels more like an intangible force. The Crimson Beast looks on aghast as an even larger shadowy horror summoned by Lord K begins to envelop it. Lord K's massive shadow entity towers menacingly, ready to crush the monstrous ex-goon. Lord K's shadow entity slams into the crimson monster, red energy flaring from the brutal impact. Dark tendrils erupt with savage grace, thrashing the mutated goon with overwhelming force. "Nice! It's easy to control my body!" Lord K exclaims, relishing his mastery over the swirling shadows. The shadowy construct completely engulfs the monster, squeezing the fight out of the crimson horror. With a final, crushing display, the ex-goon is utterly annihilated, red fragments scattering into nothingness. Chensha stares, aghast at the raining debris, stammering, "Just who the hell are you?" Lord K, a vision of dark power, coolly asks the stunned kidnapper, "You didn't see that transformation earlier, right?" His eyes blazing with ominous light, Lord K turns his full, terrifying attention to Chensha. "Next up, it's your turn." Chensha's face twists in pure, unadulterated terror, a stark contrast to Lord K's predatory, confident smirk. A chilling, shark-like grin spreads across Lord K's face. This transformed kid means serious, deadly business. Lord K, radiating dark energy, declares to a terrified Chensha, "I'll make you pay for what you owe from the past life." With incredible speed, the transformed Lord K dives down, a dark blur of vengeance aimed at the fallen kidnapper. Chensha, desperate and wide-eyed, manages to raise his pistol, firing wildly at the approaching threat. The bullet streaks through the air, but to Lord K's enhanced perception, it's laughably slow, easily tracked. Lord K internally acknowledges his current form is temporary, yet its power vastly outstrips any mere mortals. The bullet clatters harmlessly to the ground. Lord K coolly notes he'll need to further explore the limits of his dark shadow. Chensha, trembling, can only stammer, "A monster?" as Lord K stands before him, an avatar of dark power. Before Chensha can react, a shadowy tendril from Lord K darts out, obscuring the kidnapper's vision. With a swift, decisive motion, Lord K brings his power to bear, impacting Chensha with considerable force. Chensha lies crumpled and defeated on the ground, the fight completely knocked out of him. Lord K, radiating immense power, declares to the downed Chensha, "This is the end." Chensha coughs violently, the impact of Lord K's assault clearly taking its toll. Defeated Chensha mutters, "I see, so that guy's story was true," a cryptic admission. Lord K, momentarily reverting to his baby form in thought, puzzles over Chensha's words. "That guy?" Suddenly, Chensha, with a desperate glint in his eye, reveals a syringe, sneering, "Don't think you've won yet, brat!" With a defiant roar, Chensha plunges the mysterious syringe into his own arm. A horrifying transformation begins, Chensha's body contorting as grotesque red masses erupt from him. Lord K recalls a chilling fact. The organization researched drugs, a drug that creates self-aware monsters. As a colossal, shadowy new entity forms from Chensha, Lord K wonders, could this be it? Even our pint-sized strategist in his internal baby form is utterly flabbergasted, exclaiming, Here? Chensha's monstrous new form swirls into existence, a terrifying visage with glowing red eyes. Lord K, in his mental baby form, questions why this particular goon received such a power-up. The colossal mutated Chensha now towers over even the transformed Lord K, a true behemoth. With terrifying speed, the monstrous Chensha brings a massive shadowy limb crashing down. Lord K, agile in his new form, narrowly evades the devastating blow, shouting, "Damn it!" The sheer force of the monster's strike pulverizes the ground, sending shockwaves and debris flying. Gritting his teeth, Lord K acknowledges the unexpected toughness of this new foe. The multi-eyed horror prepares another devastating assault, its crimson gaze fixed on Lord K. Lord K becomes a blur, nimbly dodging the relentless onslaught from the gigantic creature. Pushing his transformed body to its limits, Lord K dashes with incredible velocity, seeking an opening. Lord K, visibly strained, realizes the sheer power of this transformed Chensha. Caught off guard, Lord K takes a hit, grimly understanding, from the beginning, it was a trap. Undeterred, Lord K prepares a counter, his shadowy form coiling. You still haven't... The monstrous Chenshu's attack narrowly misses as Lord K finishes his thought. Killed me enough, huh? Lord K glares defiantly at the multi-eyed horror, a silent challenge passing between them. With incredible agility, Lord K vaults away from another devastating ground pound by the colossal beast. Landing gracefully, Lord K reflects, the me from my past life and the me now are different. His inner baby strategist echoes this resolve, I won't let myself be taken down twice. Suddenly, a massive explosion rocks the battlefield, engulfing part of the monstrous Chenshu. Lord K, startled by the unexpected intervention, whips his head around. Who's that? Amidst the chaos, a grizzled man with a serious-looking firearm appears, smoke billowing around him. His steely gaze fixes on the behemoth as he mutters, Is that the big eye monster? He coolly loads a special red shell, declaring, Time to use this little souvenir from the East Lotus Society. With a thunderous roar, the weapon unleashes a massive fiery projectile straight at the colossal foe. The explosive round slams directly into the monstrous Chenshu, creating a blinding flash of impact. Lord K, witnessing this, echoes the newcomer's words with a hint of surprise. The big eye monster, huh? Suddenly, a wicked grin spreads across Lord K's face as a realization dawns. A lie. No, wait. So, that's the game.